The Target 12 investigators are working new details on a well-known Apex site. It's the building you see when you're driving south on Route 95 in Pawtucket.
The Apex land has been in the news for redevelopment for nearly 2 decades, and the owners have now filed a complaint against Pawtucket city officials in federal court. Target 12 investigator Tolly Taylor joins us now with the latest. Tolly?
Eminent domain is when the government takes over private property for public use after compensating the property owners. That's what Pawtucket officials have been considering with the Apex building. Then last week, the owners of Apex filed a lawsuit. The lawsuit is just the latest development in a legal battle that dates back to January 2019. After over a year of negotiations, city leaders announced an effort to obtain the land through eminent domain, prompting the owners of the Apex building to file a federal lawsuit on April 14th.
We can't negotiate on our own. We need two parties at the table. The city left in October.
Apex spokesperson Bill Fisher says the owners put forward an offer in February 2020 and received no response from Pawtucket city leaders. Then in October, Fisher says the city left the negotiating table for good.
Where does this go from here?
There's no reason that this has to go to a court of law and have a prolonged legal battle.
Fisher says the negotiations ended with the two sides roughly 10 to 15% apart for the selling price.
Regardless of the filing of the complaint, I want Pawtucket residents to know the owners of Apex are willing to return to the negotiating table tomorrow.
Our door is open and has always been open to continue to work with Apex Properties.
Pawtucket Commerce Director Gene Boyle denies that the city ended negotiations and says the city has developed a good reputation of being business friendly. But with the lawsuit now filed, it could trigger a lengthy and expensive legal battle.
Would residents be right to assume that things are worse and not better right now?
We have been talking to them for years, and we certainly would be interested in continuing those discussions.
Meanwhile, there had been talk about the Apex land being part of the large redevelopment project anchored by a soccer stadium. But the developer says they no longer need the land to get the project done. With the Target 12 investigators, Tolly Taylor, 12 News.